Welcome back to A Little Bit of Cheese, your bite-sized Wisconsin sports podcast. I'm your host, Cody Depius. That is Sam Douglas. It's been a couple of weeks here, and we got a lot to talk about. Sam, we'll start it off at the top. The Green Bay Packers are atop the NFC North. Back-to-back wins again. Actually, back-to-back-to-back wins against NFC North opponents. Vikings, Bears, and Lions. Oh, my. What are your biggest takeaways with how low we were and now high everything seems now?
It's really fantastic to see the Bears lose, Cody. They haven't been doing enough of it this season, and got a little bit nervous at the end of that game because I think if they score that touchdown, Ben Johnson is definitely going for two there. But the Bears managed to throw it away, throw a great interception, leave to the Bears. That's awesome. But hey, dominating the NFC North is something that we thought we should be able to do last year. It got in the way of what could have been a really good record for us through the whole regular season. So seeing them put it together this year, and we're 4-0 in the NFC North right now. I believe we're the only NFC team to be undefeated through their own division right now in the entire NFC. So that's just awesome. Dominating your own division. 2 games still yet to play. Sweeping the Lions is going to be the toughest 2 of anything. Really looking forward to seeing the Bears again. And catching a W from whatever team Minnesota rolls out closer to the end of the year.
Yeah, going from 1-5 and what should have been 0-6 last year to a golden opportunity to go 6-0 this year. It's quite the turnaround, especially for the way that things seemed halfway through the year. What was it, 5-3-1? Like, things feel a lot differently now, and I don't know, everything that seems to go wrong, it's how we're all just prisoners of the moment, and it's so fun to watch over the course of a whole season. Like, just week by week, we could all say, oh man, we got to fire Matt LaFleur, to now you're a game out of the number 1 seed. And I think you can compete with anybody in the NFC. I mean, LA looks really good. Philly's going to be tough no matter what happens in the playoffs. Seattle, I just can't.
Really?
It's still Sam Darnold. I mean, that defense is for real. They are.
Yeah.
But it is still Sam Darnold slinging the ball, and we saw what happened last year when he got to the playoffs too. It doesn't he can win as many regular season games as he wants, but like I said with Chicago going into it, I'm not going to believe it until you can actually go out and prove me wrong. And Caleb Williams, I don't know. We're all talking about these crazy throws that he can have, and he is one of the most talented quarterbacks I have ever seen, bar none. I think I can say that now. But there are so many fine things that he's pretty far away from.
It doesn't matter if you can't run an offense. You can be talented all you want. There's been talented kids. That's why sometimes these college kids, Jamarcus Russell, these hyper athletic college kids come up and they just don't find immediate success because you got to be able to run an offense. I mean, Tom Brady was not anybody's favorite athlete, but there's intangibles to play in the quarterback position that I think are showing up for Caleb.
And the reads and Ben Johnson really puts it out there for him. He makes it work by giving him an easy play that's going to be an open somewhere, or Caleb just takes off and he's outside the pocket the entire game. And that can work. And we've seen him play okay football, but there hasn't been a single point in these 2 years where you're like, man, this kid's really got it down. He's already one of the best in the NFL. Like Drake May. What you're seeing right now, Drake May out in New England, there's special stuff going on there, and everybody is very aware to go out and say it. And I think you're only hearing all the Caleb Williams praise from Bear fans. You could prove me wrong. I mean, I think he's a right around probably an average quarterback, and I think that is truly just based off of talent. I don't know if he's taken any true steps since he has gotten into the NFL. I mean, he's taking a lot less sacks because he's taking the snap and immediately rolling outside the pocket, where last year he would stay in there and he'd take it. But he's kind of running around with his head on fire all the time.
You get some new pieces in your offensive line and Ben Johnson, that'll help a quarterback. So I think you're right that the verdict is still out on this kid, and the talent is there. But I think last time we talked are you concerned about the Bears being the number 1 seed in the NFC North? The consensus was absolutely not. I think this Bears team still has a lot to go before They're really striking any fear into an NFC opponent, and the collapse is going to be awesome. I'm glad they had 1 week to be at the top of the NFC for them to really think they had something, because I don't think that that's going to be a pattern for this Bears team, especially with how the Packers are looking, Cody. Um, Dynasty watch? Are we going to be doing this for like the next 10 years? I don't see any stopping. We've had some key pieces go down with injuries. We just got a young Micah Parsons. Jordan Love is balling out. I think he's a top tier quarterback in the NFL. He's going to be top 5 MVP guy. I don't think the Packers are giving up the NFC North for another 87 years, Cody. This is awesome.
I don't. So dynasty, what defines your dynasty here? Because we watched Aaron Rodgers go to 6 NFC championship games. That was not a dynasty.
I'm looking for 5 Super Bowls in 4 years, Cody. I think we can get it done.
Yeah.
I mean, this team should be knocking on a couple Super Bowl pieces, and that was the pitch to get Micah Parsons in the door. He's like, hey, we're kind of there. What if we get Micah Parsons? Would that push us over the edge? Yeah, it sure freaking would. It sure would. Yeah. And getting over the edge is being a Super Bowl contender with the youngest team in football. And Cody, it is clear skies and green grass in Green Bay, Wisconsin right now.
He is one of those. We talked about at the end of last year. This team does not have, or it might have been 2 years ago. I can't remember. We talked about how they didn't have game wreckers, where they needed more game wreckers. And I think you're at a point now where you have multiple guys on this defense, I think that can be game wreckers. I think Evan Williams has stepped into a role where he needs to be talked about across the entire NFL, because what he's doing right now is pretty special, especially alongside Xavier McKinney. This is the best safety tandem I've seen since they were playing in the Super Bowl in Dallas. That'd be, 15 years ago? I actually just got back from Dallas, too. I'll mention that. I got thanked a lot of Cowboys fans for just giving us Micah Parsons. They were really thrilled with that. They're happy down there in Dallas with Jerry Jones as their owner. But I think you hit the nail on the head. You go get a player like that, and you are looking for Super Bowls. And it's not just one. Like, you can be looking at multiple, because you have a game changer on the offensive side in Jordan Love, who is manning your offense, who I think is special. I think we have seen him take the steps that we were asking for. He had the dummy throw. This week, but it had been quite a few weeks since we have had a dummy throw. I think it's been since Carolina, and he had played.
It happened in the first quarter, and then that was it. I'm so okay with that. I want Jordan Love to be a risk taker. I want him to put the ball in danger in the first quarter.
It was 3rd and long. I mean, but we were at the point where when he throws it deep, you say, heck yeah. Like, who's coming down with it? And then it went immediately to Chicago, and you're like, oh, Jordan. Oh, okay, that's back. But then completely wiped it away. And even like I talk with my grandparents who don't watch a lot of Packer football. They're like, he just looks so cool out there. It just looks like he does not care at all, but in like a cool way. And that's exactly what it is. It is, I don't know, I'm really excited. Right now, he has the 3rd highest MVP odds. And I've had conversations, the people we're friends with that aren't Packers fans are usually Bears fans or Lions fans or Vikings fans, and they all talk about how much Jordan Love sucks. And I think it's just because they're scared of how good he actually looks right now, and the fact that Packers have their franchise guy, and you're talking about multiple Super Bowls already, and he's 27. And we might be getting ahead of ourselves, and it might be a punchline in years like, hey, you remember when Jordan Love was considered one of the best quarterbacks in the league? Like Carson Wentz at this point, how many years ago was an MVP favorite? Like, things are weird. But what we're seeing with Jordan Love, he can scan the field. He reads. You're starting to see the pre-snap check. I watched a really cool video on that Bo Melton touchdown where you could see that Jordan Love watched the game film from the previous week where he watched all 7 Bears line up on the line, and they sent all of them. And that meant that there was going to be an open guy down the field if you sent 4. And that's exactly what happened, and that's exactly what happened. And Love hit him perfectly in stride into the end zone. You're watching a guy take monstrous steps this year. He has just 4 interceptions. I remember people talking about Mr. Interception Jordan Love. And we were talking about the dummy throws. Like, we said it too. That was going to be his biggest problem. He has erased those. He is clean. if this run game picks up even more as it is right now, this is a scary, scary, scary offense, especially with Jaden Reed back in here. And we're able to say this without Tucker Kraft, who's probably the best player on the whole offense.
Without Tucker Kraft is right. And yeah, but he might be the best player on the whole offense, and we're not playing with him. Christian Watson has put a lot on his back recently. The deep ball, the Dallas deep ball from Jordan Love to Watson. I mean, both of them. It was his strive for side is just beat your man, straight line route, put the ball in a bucket. That can be repeatable. You see any cornerback pressed up against Christian Watson, send the guy deep. I mean, this is the gazelle that we thought that we were drafting in the first place.
Yes.
A couple of hamstrings fixed later. And this, you're seeing this wide receiving core become what it can be, a little bit of time in the system. Jaden Reed comes back right away. I love that first pass of the game.
Yeah.
It's quick out to Jaden Reed, get the ball in the guy's hands. And if you're going to do a wide receiver by committee, that's how you got to get it done. Bo Melton gets a touchdown. Jaden Reed gets the touches. Tried throwing it to Luke Musgraves. I don't know if we need to do more of that. But tried to Matthew Goldenrod, but we got guys out there, man. And like you said, running game can pick up a little bit. I think that's a little more on the offensive line. And some run schemes. I think some of the run schemes are still just stupid from Matt LaFleur. I think we can get a little bit more creative with it. But like the 3rd and 1, there was a monster 3rd and 1 that was blown up. That should have been a negative play if it wasn't for Josh Jacobs making the run of the season.
Yeah.
Skating through, what was it, 5 guys? I thought he was dead. And that was the play call on a 3rd and 1. Like, that was questionable. That should have been blown up and stuck us to a field goal, I think, when it was tied 2020. But shout out.
Better than inside zone, and the whole defense is calling it out, and you still run the inside zone and get stuffed up the middle. I'd rather pitch it to the outside, let the man shake, bake, and make something happen. And that's exactly what he did. I think your lack on the offense is a lack of execution by the offensive line. You see guys get blown up here and there, and I've seen improvements. Sean Ryan is playing a lot better at center than Elton Jenkins had all season until he got hurt. You figured it out with Anthony Belton as your right guard. He might be there for the next 15 years. That kid's just like, he's found his spot and he looks good. I mean, the guys are still fresh. They're still green. They're still young. I want to see Jordan Morgan get in there. He's going to have to next year. I mean, he had his opportunity to take it at right guard. He's not a guard. We've learned that now. Might be your left tackle next year. I bet that's where they start out. But the offense looking great. I'm just a happy guy. Special teams is probably going to be the downfall of this team when it gets to the playoffs. It's going to be one stupid play, and we're going to talk about it for the rest of the offseason. But where it's at right now, you're talking Super Bowl, and couldn't be happier. So I think we'll leave our Packers notes there, as I got to give it to you, Sam, here. Bucks in national news once again. And this is, I need to hear your thoughts, because we have this conversation every 3 or 4 months. But I think this one might be real, because now even Wisconsin sports talking heads are starting to actually consider that this might be a possibility. What are you thinking here on the Giannis trade rumors? Everybody says that he wants out.
So, oh my goodness gracious. We still have yet to hear it from Giannis. I think that's hilarious. Yeah. The only thing Giannis has ever said is actually he held a team meeting, or he addressed the team yesterday. He didn't have a team. He addressed the team yesterday and said, "Hey guys, there's a lot of outside noise. Don't worry about it. I'm committed to this team." That's the only thing that we've heard from Giannis. We heard Brian Windhorst go on a Cleveland morning show after the guys were just kind of like peppering him with questions, and he just kind of, blurted out, Giannis already requested a trade. He rolled that statement back. But as soon as he goes and says that at like 7 a.m. in Cleveland, all the rest of the media just picks it up. Oh, Brian Windhorst reported that Giannis requested a trade. He rolled that back a couple days later and said, okay, well, he didn't really ask for a trade. He had a meeting with the team talking about their future together. And it's like, that sounds like a guy who's invested in where this team is going in the future. I think that's just good on Giannis. I don't know how that's requesting a trade. And if he really did request a trade, I think Brian Windhorst would go on ESPN at 8 a.m. with Stephen A. Smith and presented as legitimate news rather than side conversation on a Cleveland morning show. Doc Rivers said in a presser, this is a quote from Doc Rivers. So here we go again. There have been no conversations. I want to make it clear. Giannis has never asked to be traded ever. I can't make that more clear. That's from Doc Rivers, who, whether you like it or not, tells the truth all the time. I think Doc says a little bit too much sometimes. It's like, easy there, buddy. But, Doc coming out and being like, guys, there's been no trade rumors whatsoever. And it's just absurd. Kevin Porter Jr. goes, he refers to Giannis as Yanni, which is, good Greek. What perhaps would it be in Greek?
It's actually how you pronounce it in Greek, yes.
Yeah, awesome. Hell yeah. Kevin Porter Jr. goes, there's a lot of outside noise. That's just what comes with it. Giannis does a great job assuring that he wants to be here with this group specifically. So we ain't worried about the outside noise. That's my brother, and if I'm sure if it was something he would want, he would come to us. Miles Turner posts on Instagram, drown out the noise. It's always about we. This Bucks team seems together. The only rumors come from the media. Giannis, another portion of this is he deleted a bunch of tweets until 2021. Someone asked him about that. He said he saw it in like a business meeting to delete a bunch of your tweets, because if someone can see your face every single day, why would they pay money to see you on Saturday? I think it was like a artist or singer or something told him that, and that's what he cited for his Twitters.
Okay.
But it's just small stuff. It's just malarkey. Bucks news, Kevin Porter Jr. is back, playing fantastically. Now with Kevin Porter Jr. and Ryan Rollins playing together, we have good guard play for 48 minutes a game. We took down Detroit kind of recently. We're 3.5 games back from third place. This Bucks team is treading water without Giannis. We've got 2 really good young guards. And if we can get healthy for a playoff time, I mean, this is a team that has one of the best players to ever walk the planet of the earth on it. And 2 good, young, fun guards and a center that can shoot 3. I see no reason why this Milwaukee Bucks boat is sinking. And until I see anything from Giannis himself, I can't put any credence on the trade rumors.
Yeah. Everything you said. I hear guys that I trust in Wisconsin sports media, like even on Twitter, being like, this is kind of weird. But you're always the one to reel me back, as you are overly optimistic about this Bucks team every time that I talk to you. But I gotta align with you, because you're just you're the guy. You're my outlet for any of this. So if anybody is worried about Giannis, Sam here, Mr. Win 5 Super Bowls in 4 years, Sam Douglas is telling you, don't worry. He's going to be here, and he'll be here forever. I think he's signed through age 85 now. So Giannis is.
I heard the guys with Eurostep, I think Ty Windish put it like this. He goes, it does kind of sound like, if the rumors are true, it's like they're in a relationship, Giannis and John Horst, and they're waiting for each other to break up with the other one. Neither of them wants to do the breakup. And Giannis says to John Horst, I just think you can do better. And John Horst says, no, I'll never do better. I'll love you forever. I'm keeping you forever. And Giannis is like, don't you think you can do better? And John Horst is just saying, no, I will never do better. So if they are having this little standoff, and you know what, if this makes Giannis think about it, I wonder what life would be like in New York. I think overseeing Giannis throughout his career, if he entertains that thought, that might be good for him, because I think he'll come to the conclusion that he does love Milwaukee. If there starts to be motion and they start to talk contracts and numbers and stuff, I think he'll have this, come to Jesus moment where he's like, you know what? This is my home, darn it. I committed to being in Milwaukee. The opportunity is here. And I think if the trade opportunity is there, I'm glad it's knocking for him to be able to say no to it.
He's thought about it before. Like, the thought has crossed his mind. He's a human being. Like, these conversations have gone on for a long time, and maybe there is a breaking point for Giannis. But like you said, until we hear it from him, it's hard to give any credence to any of the words that are thrown out there, especially when the Bucks season, in all honesty, has been so boring. And the NBA, actually, as a whole this year, has been pretty boring. I mean, the Thunder are playing so well, but nobody's talking about it, because who cares? Because the regular season just doesn't matter. I don't know. It's broken
right now. 23-1 for
Yeah,
the Thunder right
it's
now, dude.
stupid. And I'm not hearing about that. I'm hearing about how the Chiefs are 6-7 because people are just caring less and less about regular season NBA. Oh, golly. Yeah, good, good. And that made 6-7 has made an appearance here on a little bit of cheese. Put it on the wall. So,
No,
Bucks
you're
don't have to worry
completely
about it. We have some good Brewers news as I have my Wisconsin Timber Rattlers hat on. Bryce Terang, former Wisconsin Timber Rattler, has been named to Team USA. This is the third time he's been on Team USA. He made 15U, 18U, and now he's made the World Baseball Classic team, and well deserved. I mean, Ketel Marte is the best second baseman on earth, and I think Bryce Terang is the second best second baseman on earth, and he is the best born in America. So he's gonna wear that USA across his chest, and I bet he's got a big moment in him. I feel it.
I just love I love that Bryce Terang got the spot. I mean, he's such a Murph guy who plays with the small market Brewers in a league that has the Dodgers just fan for everybody, including Edwin Diaz yesterday. Now he's a Dodger, so that's kind of sweet. But this lineup that we have with this Team USA is just so loaded, and Bryce Terang is playing with Aaron Judge, Paul Skeens, Bobby Witt Jr., Cal Raleigh, PCA, Corbin Carroll, Schwarber, Will Smith, Gunnar Henderson, and Bryce Terang. That is the best of the best.
Except for PCA.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. He gets helped out by the Chicago wind, I heard.
Yeah, PCA does not deserve to be on that roster, but that's another story for another day. Yeah, I mean, it's Team USA, man. It's got to be loaded. Otherwise, things are going very wrong, and we need to start rethinking everything in America if our Team USA is not loaded. So at least we can check that off the board. MLB winter meetings also taking place actually right now as Pete Alonso signed with the Orioles. There have been rumors that both Trevor McGill and Freddie Peralta are on the trade block. At least the possibility is out there. How much credence do you give to these rumors?
I think McGill feels like it's a Brewers move to get rid of McGill. Isn't that everything I've seen for the past 8-10 years? Is we get a closer who starts playing well and then you move him on because the guy, the setup guy, the eighth inning guy looks really, really good. And then in 2 years, there's going to be a kid who's pitching the eighth inning and you're going to send your eBay. I think it was awesome. He had an awesome season. He's electric. Like I said, he's like the ideal closer. If McGill is on, he's an ideal closer. He's got a curveball that'll drop off at 80, 85, 86 miles an hour, right in the dirt, and you're going to be swinging. You thought it was at your eyes. You can get over 100, no problem whatsoever. He's pumped. He's juiced. He's big, scary guy on the mound. Just doesn't always have it. And I think if he benefited from some Brewers magic this year, and you can sell him high, that makes sense to me.
I mean, it's Moneyball 101. Like if anybody has ever read the book Moneyball, or I don't even think they talk much about it in the movie, but what Billy Beane said back in the early 2000s was if you get a good closer, trade him every time. He's just a closer. You can always find another closer and he's going to do just fine. And we even saw it with Devin Williams when he was at his best. You don't need the best closer in baseball to go win the World Series. You just need a guy who can go do it. And that guy who can go do it could also just take a crap in the biggest moment of the year and you look like an idiot. And that's exactly what happens. So you just give yourself a chance every year, and that's all you can do. And sell high on a guy. You got your starting third baseman by trading away Devin Williams, a guy who pitches 65 games a year. Now you have a guy who impacts it 150 games, and he looks solid. And I know Bree was disappointed. She just got through our Brewers grading episode, and I gave him a C. She's disappointed. But a C third baseman for a guy who probably got a D grade as a closer last year for the Yankees, I think is a pretty good trade for Milwaukee. And if they trade him, I bet he doesn't pitch as well wherever he goes next year. And that's just what happens almost every time. I mean, Josh Hader is just one of the best relievers we've ever seen. So you kind of just leave that where it was. But most closers, they're expendable because you have a guy like Abner Uribe who's going to step in and had better numbers just last year. And I'm sure they got another kid that's going to be the eighth inning guy. He's going to look great and you're going to be excited. And 2 years down the road, we're going to have the exact same conversation. So if it happens, I hope the return is good. but very possible. I'd say probably more likely than not that Trevor McGill is not a Milwaukee Brewer next year.
So who's it going to be? Who's our eighth inning guy next year?
Eighth inning. See, it's gonna get weird by whoever does not make the starting rotation because I feel like that guy might slide. Like, could it be Logan Henderson? Maybe.
Sure.
Like I have no idea. I'd have to think a little bit more on it. I haven't looked at the bullpen all too much. Heck, it might be Grant Anderson. Who knows? I don't think it's gonna be. Who's the Meerkat? Nick Mears. It will not be him. Maybe Hauser. It'll be Adrian. No, not Hauser. It's Ashby. I'm sorry. It's been a long time without baseball.
I can see. Yeah, I'd be cool with that.
Yeah, it'll be Aaron Ashby. Actually, they want him to start again, but I bet he just slots back in. I don't know. Whoever it is, I'm not worried. They figured out. They have every year since David Stearns became manager, and Chris Hook has done an incredible job. No matter who is on that roster sheet, they find a way to get it done. So not too concerned there. And that's where I think Trevor McGill can very easily be traded away from this roster.
Freddie Peralta.
On the other hand, I don't know if I give much possibility to this. I think that any return that Milwaukee would request would not be given up by any team because I think that you have loaded up on enough prospects. I don't know if they need to look to load up on any more. I think they got enough chickens in the farm where maybe they can figure something out, and I don't know if they need to load up on any more prospects.
What's his money situation looking like?
$8 million this year, and then he's off the books next year. He's a free agent.
So there's no reason to get rid of Freddie. Milwaukee loves him. Unless you want to get something for him while you can, if he's going to walk.
Right. But what package is worth another year of Freddie Peralta that you're only paying $8 million for? Like that's I don't know if there's a team out there that's going to do it. Maybe New York, but I don't know. Milwaukee has done this. They've done it with Hader. They've done it with Burns. They've done it with Williams. With Williams, you got Caleb Durbin, who's starting. And then everywhere else you look, I mean, Joey Ortiz is starting, but he gives me a headache every time he has a bat in his hand. And DL Hall has barely pitched Major League innings since they traded for him. And Corbin Burns was the Cy Young winner. Like, he was the best pitcher in baseball when they traded him away. And they got back two okay prospects. I would hope that they would look for a little bit more. I don't know if that was David Stearns or if it was Matt Arnold or a combination of the two, but I would hope that the return that they could even get for Freddie Peralta would be more than that. And I don't know if a team is willing to pay that.
Just for the sake of Milwaukee, how much this city and the state of Wisconsin and darn it, everybody that loves baseball fell in love with this Brewers team last year. I hope there's not too much shaken up with the roster because a lot of guys really caught themselves, a lot of fans. If Freddie was one of them, he really held us sturdy for a while. People got to know Trevor McGill. Look at Bryce Turang. I mean, there's this Brewers team. A lot of people had a chance to really fall in love with. So I'd love to see these guys stick around for a little bit, even if Joey Ortiz isn't playing as much baseball. I'd love to see him in the clubhouse still.
He will be. He will be the starting shortstop. Like you can mark my word. They love Joey Ortiz. Like I cannot tell you
Cody.
how much they love Joey Ortiz. And the fact they already spent their free agent money. They gave Brandon Woodruff $20 million. They're not going to go out and spend on a free agent. So everybody on the Facebook group chats who are like, oh, look, they missed out on Alonso. They never even tried for Alonso. Even Pittsburgh offered Kyle Schwarber. Milwaukee's not offering $100 million to anybody. They already spent their money. They don't have any more money. I wish they did, but they don't. So being a realist there, maybe there's one other guy in the books, but he's not going to be someone that you average fans even know their name. They might get a relief pitcher, and that might be about it. So not too much expectations going forward with the winter meetings unless they trade somebody away. I don't think they're going to be out here signing anybody that you know, and I don't think Freddie Peralta is going to be off this team. I think he's just too valuable where he is, where I don't know if there's an actual realistic package that they could get back that they actually pull the trigger on. So I think we can transition into our cheese grater. Sam, I'll give the mic to you. As you said, you had a fun one. You've been building this one up for, I think, about 3 weeks now, and it's got some pretty high expectations.
I got a fun one, Cody. We're gonna stick to baseball here for a quick minute. You want to do the fun one first? You want to do the fun one last?
Let's do the fun one now.
All right. So
want some time.
I'm going to give you three strikes. We're going to play a little
Mm,
mini game here. I'm going to give you three
okay.
strikes. You're going to pick up how this goes here pretty quick. Tell me somebody that has the between 1 through 10 of most home runs all time. So the most home runs ever. Barry Bonds is one. There's a secret. Tell me someone between 1 and 10.
Hank Aaron,
Tell me someone between 10, 11 and 20.
11 and 20.
Yeah. Yeah, you see
Uh,
where we're going? This is good,
A-Rod.
huh?
A-Rod.
Alex Rodriguez.
He might be top 10.
Cody, Alex Rodriguez is number
He is,
five. That's strike one.
yeah, that is, oh, that was rough. Okay. Do I have to
Alex
stay
Rodriguez.
in 11 to 20 now?
Yep, staying 11 to 20. Alex Rodriguez had 696. I'll tell you
Yeah.
that 11th place, just to get this ball rolling a little bit, 11th has 583.
583. So Harmon Killebrew is below that.
You're an animal. Harmon Killebrew is who you go with. Fantastic. Yeah, he's 12th all time. How about 21 to 30 now? 21 is 521.
Paul Konerko. It might be too low.
Paul Konerko is down at 46. Yes, strike two.
Oh.
Give me someone between 521 and 493.
Ooh, that's a
It's a tight one. You got
that's thick. That is a thick range. It's got just over 500. Eddie Matthews.
yeah. Yeah, number 23 all time with 512. Nice, nice. All right,
Sweet.
31 to 40. That's the range is
Uh,
477 to 453.
Adam Dunn.
Adam Dunn hits number 39 all time with 462. Can you go 41 to someone in the 41 to 50 range?
Well, you told me Paul Konerko.
Yep,
That
so that doesn't
so I
like
can't use him anymore. Did Aramis Ramirez? No, I'm not. That's not my answer. I'm just thinking out loud. Uh,
was right
hmm,
around how many Paul Konerko had.
right around Konerko. So he was good, but he wasn't great. Fred McGriff.
Is that who you're going with?
Yeah, that's gonna be my guess because now you're starting to lose me, and I don't want to waste all our greater time.
We're gonna strike you out on Fred McGriff. He was all the way up in 30th, 29th all time with 493
Wow.
in the 41 to 50 range. Kind of Jeff Bagwell, Jason Giambi, Andrew Jones.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that was fun. That was good. I like that. Thanks, Sam.
Yeah, you bet.
Sweet.
Stretch the brand.
See,
There's some nice pulls in there. Adam Dunn's a sweet pull. What is it? Harmon Killebrew? Tell me about
hey,
Harmon Killebrew. I know nothing.
prettiest signature of all time. Look up that autograph. It is incredible. Minnesota guy. Uh, I don't know, just a big guy. His one quote that I love the most is they always tell you that you aren't going to hit a home run if you're trying. I can tell you I hit over 500 of them and I was trying trying like hell on every single one. So,
Oh,
yeah,
love
that's
it.
Harmon Killebrew. Yeah, that was fun. Thank you, Sam. I have at least two graders here. So I got asked this in Dallas by a Cowboys fan. Is the Micah Parsons trade a bust, all said and done, if you don't get a Super Bowl out of it?
No.
Mm. That was my answer too. Elaborate.
I mean, there's one Super Bowl winner every single year, and the Chiefs are really, really good, and the Bills are really, really good, and the lifespan of a defensive end can and they can kind of hit a wall. We saw that happen with Clay Matthews and some other guys. These guys aren't typically playing. I mean, Aaron Donald retired a little early. I think the lifespan on these DNs can now Micah has a lot of life left. You're trying to take shots. You're trying to be a Super Bowl contender. I mean, this is football. We saw onside kick return. We watched Brandon Bostic happen. I
Yeah.
don't think you can say if you don't win a Super Bowl, center of the world. We watched Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre win two Super Bowls in a wildly successful 30 years. Super Bowls don't just get given out. And especially when, there's just I mean, I think Josh Allen is one of the most talented quarterbacks I've ever seen play football. When there's guys like Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes just playing the sport, you can't ask to win a Super Bowl. Damn it, it's the goal, isn't it?
Yeah. I said no, where if it is a shortcoming, it's not because Micah Parsons wasn't one of the best defensive ends in football.
Sure.
And that's what you traded for. And that's exactly what you got. Side note, I don't know if Josh Allen ever wins a Super Bowl. I have this feeling. I've had these dreams, and he feels like Dan Marino. And it's who we're going to talk about. He might get to the big one. I don't know if he'll ever be able to win the big one. It's Buffalo, man, and that's what happens up there.
I love watching Josh Allen, dude. He's a horse. He's playing a different game than everybody else. All right, let's play a game, Cody. We're gonna play a game called Was He Good? In 2013, Yunieski Betancourt played 137 games in what would be his last professional baseball season, and it was with the Brewers. What was his batting average?
233.
212.
That's right. I literally just looked at his baseball reference the other day. He had a negative WAR that year.
Why?
Why? Because I was curious. I wake up and because that was the first team that I started watching like every day was that 2011 team that made it all the way to the NLCS. And who was my shortstop? It was Uni Betancourt. So he comes up like he's my Roman Empire. Like about once or twice a day. Like it'll be like, Uni Betancourt, man. Yeah.
Good grief. I'm glad I pulled a good one.
Yeah. 212. That was good. I like that.
Fails the was he good test.
What is the first thing you do if Giannis is traded away from Milwaukee? When you hear the news and you put your phone down, what's going on?
We had Giannis. How cool. Giannis changed Milwaukee. He will have changed Milwaukee forever. He brought a new stadium here. He made Milwaukee basketball fans again. If Giannis leaves, it's a celebration. There's no reason for any negativity about Giannis and his decision. If he makes a decision to go do something, it would hurt my heart to see any burned jerseys or any slander about Giannis. He's a Milwaukee hero. There'll be more than a few statues of him around Milwaukee, but there'll be a big one right outside Fiserv.
Well said. You're a philosopher, Sam.
Give me your current NFL MVP ballot. 5 guys get on there. What are we looking
at? Drake May.
He's your MVP right now?
Is number 2.
Okay.
Matt Stafford is number 1 because he's just nuclear right now. It could all fall apart though. Like you give it like a couple of weeks, it could fall apart. I think Jordan Love is 3rd. I think he deserves to be there. It's a quarterback award. I mean, Myles Garrett, you would say needs consideration, but that team is so bad, you just can't have your MVP be on a team that is that bad. So I'm not even going to consider him, but I'll put him at 4, I guess, because what he's doing is things that I have never seen before and we have never seen before as a football collective. And then 5th is probably Sam Darnold.
What about JSN there?
You give it to the quarterback.
Really? Yeah. JSN, he fell off the 2,000-yard pace. I think if you crack 2,000, you probably get a nod there, but...
Yeah, I mean, it's just a quarterback award. Like, J.J. Watt got snubbed by Rodgers in 2014. Like, there's no reason at all that Watt should not have won that award. He had, like, 5 receiving touchdowns that year, too. We all forget. He had, like, 21 sacks and 5 touchdowns, and he didn't win it. And Rodgers had a good year. It wasn't, like, otherworldly, but that's just the nature of the award. So that's going to do it for us today. That was a fun cheese grater today. Maybe next time we can top that. I doubt it, but we'll see you then for another edition of A Little Bit of Cheese, your bite-sized Wisconsin sports podcast.